Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have got a very important video for you guys. Hopefully you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a really helpful one, especially for you guys that are new to Ultimate Team. You would have seen by the title, I've called it my Ultimate Beginner's Guide to how FIFA works. And I will be on FIFA 20 to show you this because I do want to get it out right for the start of FIFA 21. So I will explain any differences between the two games, but I'm going to be showing you basically, especially if you've never played FIFA before, as I said, how the game works, how you can get yourself new players, what the best ways are to just do stuff, how to navigate the menus, and just everything really. If you're an experienced player, there might be one or two tips for you, but I'd say if you're a new player or you're a kind of new player who's played for like 1 or 2 years, this video is going to be for you and it's going to show you how the game works. So it'll probably be quite long, but I am going to try and cover everything, so hopefully it is going to end up giving you guys some new knowledge. So I think we'll just get straight into it. And I'm on an account I've never played on before. Well, not on this year anyway. I think I played on it a little bit last year, but you can see here I'm just going over to new career, defending, Ultimate Team. It says play now, and that's what we're going to do. I haven't played Ultimate Team at all this year on this account, so it should just activate as if I've never played on this account before, and it normally just gives you like a little cutscene when you load up Ultimate Team for the first time, like we are here. I'm going to skip it because I've seen it multiple times before, but then it gives you a choice of 9 nations to have a starter pack from, and that means it will give you quite a few players from these nations, because players from the same nations get chemistry, and chemistry is something we'll get onto a little bit later on. But we've got England, Brazil, France, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Argentina and Germany, which is known as the top 9 in this game. When you search for players, there is like a top 9 tab, and they are from these. I'm going to pick, just because I'll just pick England for this one, because why not? France is normally a very good one to pick, and we'll see why in a little bit, but you see it will give you a pack to open here, and it will just give you a non-rare gold player. And you can see here I've been given Adam Lallana to start off with. It will give you some other kind of decent players, but it won't give you amazing ones. It will give you a few gold ones that are usable in the game. So you see we've got Adam Lallana here. They've also given us Danny Ings, and they've also given us Gary Cahill. So what is important here is also the player's card type, and also what kind of league they're in and stuff like that, because chemistry is a big thing in this game. You can see here there's links between players. There's yellow links there, there's green links here, and there's red links here. Those are the lines between the players, and these are the players' chemistry. And how chemistry works is if you put a player in the right position, they get 3 chemistry straight off the bat, I believe. But then you need to link them. So the players they're touching with the lines need to be from the same nation or the same league. So if they're from just the same nation, you get a yellow link. If they're from the same nation and league, you get a green link. If they're from the same club, but from different nations, you get a green link. And if they're from the same club and they're from the same league, you get a hyperlink. So what tier of link you use can affect what chemistry they get up to 10. Like if you have green links, it will afford you to have like 1 red link. So you can see max chemistry is 10. Lallana is on chem despite having a red link because he's also got a green link. So if you have all yellows, you get full chemistry. And then if you have like a red instead of if you have a red but a green, like if you have 1 red, you have to like balance it out with 1 green to get full chemistry. If that makes sense. And just you have 100 chemistry up here, you can see we've got rating and chemistry at the top where it has got like the random numbers for the squad. That doesn't mean you've got full chemistry on every player. What you need to do is flick the right stick once to the left, sorry, 3 times to the left, or I believe that's once to the right, and it will show you the chemistry on every player. You can see below the players there, it has like a number where their position is, and that'll tell you how much chemistry they're on. 10 means that they'll get a slight stats boost. 7 or 6 means their stats will stay the same, and below that means you'll get a small stats decrease. So if I go on Lallana here, to get into a player's stats, you need to press R3 down. I don't know what the equivalent for that is on the Xbox, but it's just the right stick, just press it down. And if you go over to attribute details by using the right and left bumper or R1 and L1, it will show you that he's got some pluses next to his stats, and that is the chemistry, meaning he gets slightly better stats. So that's how that works. We've also got card types, and I can go into that slightly now. So at the start of the game, there'll be 7 card types you can pack. There will be bronzes, that are non-rare. You can see this is an example of a non-rare bronze here, just all of my bench players. Rare bronzes, which are similar to the non-rare ones we've got here, but they're shiny. And then there's the same for silver. There's non-rare and rare silvers, and then you have non-rare and rare golds. Then you also have the icon players that are very hard to pack. And as the year progresses, there'll be loads of special events. There'll be a team of the week every week, and those cards are like black with gold on them. You'll see them probably later on. There'll also be promotions like team of the season and stuff like that. So I'd recommend, if you want to keep up to date with all of that, you just follow EA on Twitter, and they'll show you all of the new promos and explain how they work, basically. So I'm going to change some players around here to get myself some better chemistry, because as you can see, this striker I've just bought in here, Morris, he has improved my chemistry because he links to Danny Ings. They play for the same nation, so they get a little link. Then Harper gets another link here, because you can see, remember, Norwich are England 1 on this game, because it's FIFA 20. On FIFA 21 they'll be the Championship, and West Brom will be a Premier League side. And you see this Sunderland guy gets links as well, because he plays in well, he's English basically. He does play in League 1, so he only gets a weak link. But that is probably the best chemistry we're going to be able to get right now. You can go and buy more players and stuff like that to get yourself more chemistry. But they're going to, and then they'll let you add a high-rated loan player to your squad. So you just pick on a position basically. I might pick this one because I've got a CZM who's not very good there, and it'll give me some players that I can sub in for a few games. So out of these ones, pick Anderson, I'd recommend, because you see he's got quite a long loan on him. It's 9 games, and he links, so you get a lot of games out of him. You can get like a top player. They can give you like an Aguero or a Neymar or something like that, but you'd only get them for about 3 games, and I'd recommend getting someone like Felipe Anderson, who's still quite good for 9, is better. But then after you've done your loan player, they'll let you pick your home and away kits. This doesn't really bother me, so I'm just going to pick Turkey. And none of these look that good. I'll just pick this one, which is Chayolavi, I think it is. And then they'll give you a badge. They'll let you pick a badge. You can change this later on by buying consumables off the transfer market, which we'll get onto later. But yeah, they'll give you a badge and stuff like that. And then, if you've played it before, you'll have a few packs to open. So I believe packs is where we're going to go next. I'm going to skip through all this, guys, because this won't be in the game that you see. You won't have any of these like notifications when the game's just kicked off. This is because I haven't played it yet this year. It's giving me loads of old stuff. And you see pre-season there, it's an example of a promotion. And that also includes a lot of objectives, which is another thing we can get onto later. But we're just going to be skipping through all this quite quickly, and we'll be going over to the store. So if you played the game before, they will give you some packs. If you've ordered the special edition, you may also get some packs. And you may also get some old kits and stuff there as a loyalty bonus for playing FIFA 19. So yeah, that wasn't too helpful. It says there was no content or something like that. But you won't have these lone player reward pick things. I think you'll have the kits pack, you'll have the all players pack, and then maybe you'll have a pack from playing FIFA 20. And if you played FIFA 20 pre-season, you may have some player picks as well. And how a player pick works is you open it, and it gives you a choice of a few players to pick from. And I've got myself not an amazing player, because it didn't go all the way out the tunnel, but I got a decent player. I got a Champions League player who plays for Galatasaray, I believe that is. And we've also got ourselves Diop, who can improve our squad. And maybe we can use Kane as well. So you see that pack we've got there. If you head out, alright, we'll head out to the menus. It's got the foundations here, which you can go through, and EA can help to teach you stuff through this. But since you've watched this, you might not have to. But I'd say go through the foundations if you're a new player. If you're not a new player, then head to squad battles. But we're going to go through the learning thing. Is it going to let me? Okay, or you can just go out and it will take us to the store. So basically, you'll have 3 tabs on FIFA 21. I can put up a picture of how they work now. But what you want to do is, I think your squad is there to click on straight away. Click on your squads, and when you've opened all the packs you've been given, you may be able to improve them. So what you do to get a player out is you press square on them, so that's X on Xbox, and then this little wheel will come up. And there's a lot of things you can do with your player. So we've got compare price, so you can look at their price on the market, which we'll get to later. You can quick sell them, which I wouldn't recommend you do with any players. You can do instructions, but we'll go on to that later. You can send them to your club, so you can like just send them to be stored away for a while. Or you can apply consumables to them, which I will show you quickly. So consumables, there'll be a lot less consumables on FIFA 21. There will not be fitness. There will be contracts, healing, and chemistry styles and positioning. There will be no training, and there will be no fitness. So the way they work is contract. You can see here that this guy's got 45 contracts on him. It's at the bottom of his card. Then you'd have contracts on to play a game, and you can get contracts by opening packs. Is the best way to do it. Or if you're running really low and you don't have any packs, then I recommend you go to the transfer market. Don't buy packs just to get contracts, guys. There's much better ways to do it than that. And then we'll have healing. This will be really simplified in FIFA 21. It'll just be upper body healing. There'll be lower body healing. There won't be any specific ones like arms, knees, foot, stuff like that. Chemistry styles is something we can talk about now, actually. And you can see all the players have a boot on their card. Like below the picture, and they have a boot, and that's their chemistry style. And there's lots of these you can get. And if you do one flick to the left on the right stick when you're on the player, it will show you how their stats are being boosted by high chemistry. Because as we showed earlier, Lallana is on 10 chemistry, and he's got a boost of 1 on every single of the base stats. So that means that he gets like +5 to his defending, physical, dribbling, stuff like that. But you can change the balance, so you can have up to 3 boosts in one category, and there's different chemistry styles that do that. For example, if you pick Hulk for a striker, it will give you +2 pace, +2 shooting, and +2 physical. So it will give you higher boosts on the ones where you want higher boosts, basically. So you can kind of tailor a player to their position, if that makes sense. But what we're going to do is we're going to be doing the send to club now on Phillips, and we are going to be bringing in Issa Diop if possible. So he's another non-rare. I don't believe we have any rare players yet, but you see here I can bring in Issa Diop. I'm going to skip the text that's coming up. You can look at that if you wish to, but I'm explaining it, so I don't think I need to. And we're going to get rid of this guy as well, O'Keefe. As we did get an English player in that pack, we got Kane, who plays for QPR, and he improves our chemistry too. I don't believe we have a goalkeeper. Yeah, and I'd say goalkeeper is one of the main positions where you want to prioritise getting a gold player in goal. So I know he's not in chemistry, but a gold goalkeeper I still say is better than a bronze goalkeeper. So getting a goalkeeper that links into your squad is one of the best things to do early on. So your first thing, rather than getting like amazing players, should just be trying to get a full team of gold players that link together. It doesn't matter what league they're from or whatever, but just gold players that link to each other. And on FIFA 21, stats are going to be quite balanced. There isn't going to be anything that's particularly OP. And OP just means, if you don't know, overpowered, things that make the cards maybe really, really good stats you should look out for. But on FIFA 21, I'd say pace you want above 60 if you can. So if you're looking for players in your club and you're not sure who to use, try and get pace of above 60 on the centre backs. And strikers' pace is very important, but then so is physical on a striker and also their shooting. So pace, physical and shooting on strikers are the main 3 things you need to look at in midfielders. Dribbling doesn't really affect too much, but if you go along to their player bio, you can see they have skill moves, and skill moves are quite important, and also weak fire, so they're more important than their dribbling stat. But if you go here, yeah, pace on wingers really, just pace, maybe shooting if you're playing them in a different formation. And if you wish to change formation, guys, we've got the squad action tab here, and formation is the first one. So you just press X or A on that, and you can scroll through the formations using your left stick. There's custom tactics, where you can tell your players to do certain things. I may do a whole video on this itself, but you can have different game plans. So say your normal one is playing 4-4-2, you could go onto your attacking game plan, and you can change your formation, maybe if you want to attack more, to 4-3-3 perhaps, and you can do different instructions. So say if I'm losing, I might want my players to say, I might want Ings to maybe be getting in behind, I can do that. And if I press X on Morris, I can use the right stick to maybe make him a target man if he's a tall player, something like that. The main ones I'd recommend, you see we've just earned a trophy there, that'll come up in the corner. You'll get a little black box where I've earned a trophy, but that will come up as a trophy for you instead of a black box. It just kind of disappears that for me sometimes. It may even skip it altogether, I'm not sure, I haven't checked the footage yet, I'll sort that out later. But I believe it's time I show you some more stuff. So we've gone through the squad things, apart from making different squads, which we can go on to later. We will go to objectives next, and you can get there by pressing R3, or I believe there's different ways to get there too. And so there'll be a season 1 when you start the game, if you're starting it in October. If you're starting at Christmas, it'll probably be around season 3. They're the 2 main times people start. We've got season objectives, which are like weekly ones that will disappear soon. You'll have daily objectives to get packs here, and you also earn XP, which goes towards your season progress. And the season progress is kind of like a battle pass from Fall Guys or Fortnite or that kind of game. Sometimes when there's events on, you have players here, like you can see I can earn myself a Harry Kane by doing stuff like scoring with English players and assisting with through balls with Premier League players and stuff like that. And there's also 2 other ones. Milestones will be basically empty. I didn't mean to go into squad battles, we'll do that in a minute. Milestones will be basically empty at the start of the year. And the way milestones work is you'll have no league players. You will have at the start champions, rivals, squad battles. I believe they'll be the only ones you have. And winning games in certain modes gives you packs, as you'll see here. So say you play 10 games in the squad battles game mode and you win them, they'll give you a 2 players pack. And the more games you win throughout the year, the better the pack gets. And yeah, those objectives don't disappear, they'll be there the entire year. And then later in the year, they'll add player one. So like, there's Trossard for the Premier League, for example, and what you do is you score 2 goals in games that you win with like players from each club, and it gives you that card. Then later in the year, they'll add additional objectives where you can upgrade it. And then there's foundations, which is important at the start of the game. This will help you get some better stuff in your club straight away. So there's the basics, which we'll do now. See, we've already started that one. We've got positioning, where we can redeem this for 150 coins, and that is put everyone in the correct position. So you have a left back and a left back and stuff like that. It's another trophy we've earned there. And place a player in your squad adjacent to another player that shares the same. So that's chemistry stuff, basically. So we'll do that, and then there's squad building challenges, single player, all stuff we'll get onto later. But I believe the place we will go next should be the market. So transfer market will be in a different place on FIFA 21, but once you get into it, it should be exactly the same. So you can search players by name here. So if you can search for a certain player, so say if I wanted Messi, I can just search Messi. And then I press triangle, and it will show me all the available Messis on the market, whatever their price is, whatever version of Messi it is, because he has like man of the match cards and UCL cards and team of the year and stuff like that. You can search just by league, and this is something I recommend at the start of the year perhaps. So you search like Premier League centre backs, and it will come up with loads of like special ones and stuff like that. But at the start of the game, there will just be golds and well, it'll just be rare golds and non-rare golds. So you can search either gold common or gold rare. Gold rares tend to be better, that's why they're rare, but gold commons at the start of the game are very, very good. And if you see down here, there's 2 different pricings. There's max price, which is the bid price on them, and that's like an auction. So there will be a bid price on the player. So if I put it at 600, see the bid price will be under 600, and I can press X on a player, and if I had more coins, I don't know at the moment, but I could go and bid on that dummit for 350 coins. So you have to outbid the person. Or instead of going through the bidding process, you can check the max buy now. So I put that 1,200. And below bid, you will see there is a buy now thing. So if I wanted Bednarek, I can click on buy now and I'd get him for the 1.2k. I wouldn't have to go through the auction process. Bidding can get you players cheaper sometimes, but buy now is the most popular way of doing stuff. There's also going to be a consumables tab here. This will just have contracts in it. If you want to buy contracts off the market, it will also have the injury ones, I believe, as well. And there will be club items. Staff won't be there. Staff has been removed, guys. But you'll have badges, so you can change your badge. Like you see, I've got the England one. You can get yourself different kits. So you could buy maybe a kit for Man United if you support them or something like that. And the stadium one, I believe it will be there, but there is the Foot Stadium as well, which is a new thing that EA will guide you through when you open the game. The Foot Stadium isn't in FIFA 20, but it is quite self-explanatory, and everyone is new to that, so everyone's going to be learning about it at the same time. So that's the transfer market. We do have the store as well. I'll go over the store quickly. But guys, I'd seriously say this now. Do not buy packs with coins or FIFA points at any point during the year. Only earn packs. Only open packs you've earned. And that would be through doing objectives or finishing in a certain rank in the weekend league and stuff like that. So what we will go to next is, I think we'll go to squad building challenges. So we'll do this, and then I'll show you all the online modes and the rewards you can get for the online modes, and that'll probably be about time to wrap it up there. But it'll go through this basically. And what you do is there'll be some SBCs to do at the start. You'll have to start off with a let's get started. So it'll give you first exchange, which we'll go into here. I will do like a proper guide to SBCs for everyone. So if you want more in-depth explanation of SBCs, I will do a video on that definitely around the start of the year, so go and check for that. So they want us to choose a bronze player. So what we can do is we can press triangle, and then if we go to quality, let's say they want a bronze player, so we can pick either bronze common or bronze rare, and just pick someone that we're never going to use, say O'Keefe. So we can pick him, and it will say player quality exactly bronze, and you want one player in the squad. We put one player in the squad, so we can submit that, and they will give us a bronze pack reward. For this, I'd recommend you say yes, don't show me again, because that will save you a lot of time later on and over the year as you're doing SBCs. So then it will give us a bronze reward pack we can open. It will perhaps give us some consumables, maybe some club items like a new kit or something like that, and perhaps even some bronze players. Bronze players aren't really good for too much. I would say bronze players are literally just there for certain SBCs and stuff like that. But then they'll start introducing chemistry into it, and I already explained chemistry earlier. You need players that link together for having the same nation, same league, same club, stuff like that. And yeah, you need to introduce players that link into this one. So say I might search for a nation perhaps. So of course I had England as my starter one. Maybe I'll search like English centre back, English CTM. Make sure you're picking people you don't actually use. And for this one, you just need 2 players that link, and then you can just put in anyone else in the spare position for this one. You only need 1 weak link, 1 yellow link for this one to work. So I can get rid of that Anderson guy I just packed as well because we're never going to use him. And now we've got ourselves a slightly larger bronze pack, and it kind of snowballs there as you go on. You get bigger and bigger packs. And the main SBCs I'd recommend you do, I'll show you in a second, are the advanced SBCs. They're really, really good money makers. They cost around they cost somewhere between like 5k is the cheapest ones, and the most expensive one is like 30k, and they're the guaranteed profit ones. So if you want if you want to make yourself some early coins, I will be doing tutorials on all of them. I believe there is 12 advanced SBCs, so 3 sets of 4 to do at the start of the game. So do them and you can get yourself some serious coins, and then go on the transfer market and buy yourself some better players. So see, we're opening a gold reward pack. I believe we got that from one of the objectives we did earlier, one of those foundation objectives, if you remember. And we got Aguero. We also got ourselves a basic chemistry style and some healing and a kit as well. So guys, if you do get a kit and you want to change it, I won't bother with the rest of this SBC. Advanced is here if you're interested. So it'll probably be, there'll be all live, basic, advanced, and upgrades at the start, and then players will be added in later on. But I recommend you do these. National Pride may or may not be there at the start, but League and Nation, Hybrid Nations, and Hybrid League certainly will be. And then they introduce more ones throughout the year, so they'll be there. I'd recommend you do all of those after you've done the first one. You have to complete the first 3 to unlock all the other SBCs, and then Gold Upgrade is going to be your main one after that. So when you've started opening packs from rewards and stuff like that, you'll get loads of gold players you don't want, and that is the best way to get rid of them because it transfers them into better gold players. So we've got our club here, and this is where everything that we've got so far has come from. So it will let you search for everything in your club. You can search for your players, your staff, your club items, your consumables. So if you just want to have a look at everyone that's in your club, players that aren't even in your current squad, you can get them up here. And through this, you can press on them if you wish and press square, and you can send them to your active squad if you wish to have them in your active squad. You can also narrow your parameters, your search parameters, by changing the league. So I can search for people that are only from the Premier League, and if I want to be more specific, I can go gold players from the Premier League. And if I want to be even more specific, maybe I could go for like CDMs from the Premier League. I don't have any of those, or like CMs that will come with just Adam Lallana, or you can search player names to have a certain player if you know you want them. So I thought I'd just show you that quickly because some people will wish to use that. We've done the transfer tab already. When you bid on players, they'll turn up in your transfer targets. And if you wish to sell players, this is something I'll cover as well. If you wish to sell players, because I haven't covered that yet. So we'll go back to our squad. And say I wanted to sell, I don't believe I can sell any of these because the players they give you at the start of the game you can't actually sell. But say he was tradable, say I could sell him. I would press X on him on Xbox or Square on the PlayStation and go list on the transfer market, and then I can list him for a certain amount of coins. I don't believe I've got any players where I can do that on them right now. I might be able to do it on this right back. No, okay, none of my players I can do that on at the moment. But yeah, or you can send them to a transfer list. And what I'd recommend you do is you search that player. So say I had let's just say I had like a Declan Rice I wanted to sell. So I type in Declan Rice, and I see how much people are sending their Declan Rices for. So if I search like, I'd go like, are people sending him for under 1,200 coins? And they go, yeah, there's people sending him for 1,200. So then I'd go down a bit, maybe to 600. People aren't sending him at 600. And just carry on moving it up until you see what he's actually going for, what price people are buying him for. So I'd sell my Declan Rice for 950 because that is the going rate for him. I wouldn't undercut because you can be patient and you don't need to undercut and your players will sell. So that's if you want to sell players. So we've done all that, and now we talk about the actual games, when you want to play games, because we covered everything else. Champions channel is just down here. That is something I'd recommend you just ignore completely. That's just watching other people play the game, so you can just go on YouTube if you wish to do that. But the thing it will kind of direct you towards first is going to be squad battles. And the way this works is you play against other people's squads, but it's the AI controlling them, so there'll be some weekly competition and leaderboards and stuff like that. So the way it works is you'll have a featured squad to play against, which is from like a celebrity or something like that. So there'll be like Messi's team or whatever for a week or something. And then you'll have the current team of the week. There isn't a team of the week right now because there's no games going on for FIFA 20. And then you'll have 4 random squads to play against. And the way that you earn points from this to go up the leaderboards, you can see the ranks here. There is a leaderboard and like the packs increase as you go up. So if you guys are right at the bottom, you play out 1 or 2 games, you get like a lone player for a few games. But say you do all right, say you finish like average where everyone else is, you'll get a few coins to use on the market, and you'll get some packs to use too. And if you do very, very well, you can get yourself some very large packs. So I'd recommend playing squad battles a lot, especially if you're new. And the way squad battles will work on FIFA 21 is you can earn your placements for the online modes for it. And this isn't offline mode on Ultimate Team, but you'll be able to place for the online mode. So if you're a new player, I'd recommend you do that. There'll be like a placement tab below the opponents, and you can place yourselves for the online matches, and you'll end up playing against people around your skill level before, instead of just playing online straight away and getting smashed by people that are proper sweaty. So your rank is affected by the difficulty of the team you play against. So if I play against a 91 rated team, this one, it'll earn me more points than, say I've beaten by the same score, say I win 3-0 in both games. I'll get a lot more points for beating a 91 rated team, but you'll probably end up playing all the games anyway. Squad battles is your main mode. And so if I go on this, picking a higher difficulty will give you more points. You can see the projected points there. If you're new to the game, if you played Kickoff a bit, then semi-pro, I say maybe play a few Kickoff games if you're completely new to the game and just see how it works. But then you can, as you get better, you can kind of go up the things. Legendary is as high as I go, because on Ultimate you have like goalkeepers scoring from the halfway line, stuff that's really stupid. But yeah, as you get better, you can go up these and earn more points. But I'd recommend not going at a really high one where you're going to lose, because you will earn points but not too many. And don't go for one where you're going to win like 15-0, because winning 3-0 on world class will give you more points than winning 15-0 on semi-pro. So the difficulty really does carry a lot of weight on how that works, but that is one of the main modes. There's friendlies as well, going to that later. Next we've got division rivals, and you can do your placements here as well. And this is kind of like it works with a skill rating, similar to games like Overwatch would work with a skill rating. So you get rewards from this as well. So you'll play your 5 placement games, and it'll give you a points ranking. So there'll be like, it'll give you like, maybe say it gives you 1,000, that'll put you in Division 5, and instead of having like bronze, silver, gold, you'd have in games like, I'll currently use Overwatch as my example, games like Overwatch, they're divisions, so they're like tiers of the football pyramid as you go up. So as you go up, the rewards go up as well, and there's 2 different points you have. You have your skill rating, which will be your division placement, and then you'll also have points you earn through the week. So the more games you play, the more points you earn during the week, and that'll give you a rank of 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. And so the more games you play, the more games you win. So as your skill rating going up, the better packs you'll get for that weekly competition, and you can redeem them at the end. And they'll give you a choice of just pure coins, which I'd recommend, tradable packs or untradable packs. So if you take coins, you're guaranteed with what you get. You're getting those coins, you can spend them on the transfer market. So if you're saving up for a player, especially at the start of the game, take the coins. Tradable packs, which gives you players you can sell on the transfer market from the packs, I wouldn't recommend. If you take packs, take the untradable packs, which means they're players you can't sell, but you get double the amount of packs. So I'd say either pick coins or pick the untradable packs, don't pick the tradable packs. And one other thing you'll also earn from playing some division rivals is you'll earn FUT Champs points. And every time you win a game, you'll earn like 5 or 10. It depends what division you're in. In higher divisions, you earn more. You'll earn points for FUT Champions. And once you reach 2,000, it gives you a token to play in this mode, which is the Weekend League. And I'll warn you, especially if you're new to FIFA, this is very, very, very sweaty. Everyone tryhards in this game mode. It is just horrible to play against people in it, really. But yeah, there isn't any at the moment. There'll be a qualification thing down here where you can like redeem a ticket. And once you've redeemed a ticket to play for that week, you must play during that week. And Weekend League normally runs from Friday morning. This is UK time, around Friday morning until about 6 AM on a Monday. So if you're in like the USA, that'll probably be start of, well, it might even be like midnight Friday until like Sunday night. It just depends where you are in the world. If you're in Australia, it'll run into Monday slightly and things like that. But different regions have different leaderboards, so I think they might start slightly different times. So if you're in the US, you're only going to come up against US players and things like that. But yeah, FUT Champs gives you very good rewards. If you finish right down the bottom, so this is based on wins. It gives you a quota of 30 games, and however many wins you get out of those 30 games will give you a reward. So say I win 2 games, which isn't many, they'll just give me a few coins and like an average thing. And then also give you some FUT Champs points, which were the things we were running in Rivals, towards your next Weekend League. So once you get to Silver 3, they'll start giving you player picks as well. And what happens is you'll open this and they'll give you a choice of 1 of 3 random players from the current Team of the Week. So Team of the Week is released every Wednesday. And then on the Thursday when FUT Champs are FUT Champs rewards are released, they'll give you a pick of one of two on silver 3, and it goes up to like 1 of 3 if you go up here and stuff like that. It'll give you a pick of one of those players to put in your team. You won't be able to sell them, but you'll get a red player to put in your team from playing Weekend League, and these players are normally very good because they are stat boosted compared to normal cards. So there will be special cards, and so if you finish in silver, they give you 1 player. If you finish in gold, they can give you 2. If you finish in elite, they'll give you 3 red players, and it goes up like that. But overall, I'd say you kind of just need to avoid Weekend League if you're a very new player. And the other game mode that you might be interested in, the one that I haven't covered yet, I believe it's the only thing I haven't covered, that is going to be Draft. And Draft works very well. It is very fun. I can't show you one right now, but basically, it will give you a pick of 5 players in each position. I'll see if I can find some footage. I might just stick some footage of me doing a draft over this from a stream, or something like that, or footage I picked up later, and I'll show you how the draft works. So you can see it gives you well, obviously first it gives you a pick of 5 formations, you pick a formation, and then it gives you a pick of 5 players in each position. You've got to pick the players and make sure they get chemistry, which we spoke about earlier. You can go and check that out again if you don't remember it, and like you just pick players out of the 5 and it'll end up giving you a squad to use for games. And the way online draft works is you have a round of 16, a round of 8, a semi-final and a final, and the more games you win, the further you progress through the tournament, the more rewards you get. So if you win it, you still don't get brilliant rewards. Draft is not a brilliant mode to play for rewards. It costs 15,000 to enter or 300 FIFA points. Please do not buy FIFA points, guys. I'm saying you that right now. It is a complete scam. But if you want to spend your 15,000 coins, or you've packed a draft token, that's your way to get in. Then yeah, that's how it works. I'd recommend doing it with those. And say you win 1 game, they'll give you like some gold packs. If you win 3 games, they might give you like some gold players, like gold rare players packs. If you win the draft complete, they might give you packs that are worth like 35 to 50k maximum. So yeah, it is a good mode, but I wouldn't recommend spending all your coins into it, especially at the start of the game. But it is quite fun. It is worth playing. So I believe I have covered literally everything there. Obviously, as I said, the menus will work slightly different. If you've got any questions, leave them down below. I'll try my best to help you out with those. But that's going to be all for this one. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hope you have a good time with FIFA 21. Check out all my other videos. I'm going to have a whole range of tutorials, like more focused on SBC, some ways you can help yourself with trading if you're a more experienced player, things like that, and how to just set up at the start of the game. So thank you very much for watching. Goodbye, everyone, and good luck with FIFA.